This is not how to start a new year, as there's a cat, there's a rat, and there's a mouse. That is today, once again, we turn back to ironmouse, the main subject of our episode from yesterday, in which a bad actor had uploaded a song alleging to be from ironmouse and including her speaking in it, using what could have been an AI-generated voice to make her say slurs, and then attach it not only to her Spotify account, but also upload it to YouTube. This song and video is still available on both platforms, despite numerous reports. As also mentioned in yesterday's episode, ironmouse thanking her viewers for 2 million views on her song Cry For Me, which in the early morning hours had been removed from Spotify. Ironmouse at 1:04 a.m. Eastern, tweeting out, hey Spotify, where did Cry For Me go? Connor at CDogVA also quote retweeting that and saying booby singing wasn't that bad, but seriously Spotify, what the F? Involved with that song, of course, was Shiro Beats, longtime music artist and producer for numerous ironmouse songs, including the recent track We Are So Back, reacting here with Can You Guys Fix This? Adding both Spotify and Spotify artists. Also giving us the hashtag Bring Back Cry For Me, along with an hour later giving us an update. Help! Someone issued a fake copyright strike on our song Cry For Me by ironmouse, Shiro Beats, and Hala to steal streams by way of re-upload. We took the fake down, but now nothing's up. Can you reinstate our original ASAP? And further shouting out to Two Lost Distro and DistroKid, stop allowing people to upload fake stuff through your platform. Ironmouse backing this up with, so this is the reason why Cry For Me was taken down Spotify. Also, as part of that song, Hala saying, crazy that they still haven't solved this problem, and adding, I hate miserable people who ruin things for everyone else, and this is why no one can have nice things. Music distributors are unfathomably lazy and fail artists over and over, letting sabotage from trolls be so easy. They forget that real people rely on them for their income. Also, musical collaborator with ironmouse, Starlight Daryl, reacting here with a what the F and chiming in with, imagine being so worked up over an innocent song made by good people that you spend your extremely limited time in this life doing petty and miserable things. I feel livid for Mouse, Shiro, and Hala, but I feel even more sorry for their haters, to be honest. What a sad way to live. Adding, I'm not saying this ironically, by the way. I genuinely hope that all these negative people learn to live and laugh a little, find the whimsy that they probably lost or threw away long ago, and start using their time more productively and more kindly. What a better world it would be. Mouse just before this recording also giving us an update on stream.
Are you hear about Cry For Me taking down Spotify? Yeah, so elephant in the room, apparently, so they mass reported the song and somebody they mass reported and copy struck the song to have it taken down. Yeah, somebody like re-uploaded the song and tried to say that it was their song. But we got it taken down. And now we're working on bringing back my song because it was like mass reported. It's crazy. It's crazy that people are doing that. It's crazy that people are doing that. Crazy.
This news also shared on the new Things VTuber Say subreddit. Once again, you can check out some of the latest VTuber news there and also on our Discord. Check it out with the socials link below. As recently, everyone has been checking out Mimya, a perfectly say-so nun-cat VTuber, saying here, repent and I'll cleanse you of your sins. And then posting this 1-minute video to x/twitter.com saying, my dumb ass thought my full-body 3D tracker wouldn't work if I left the room to go pee. I was wrong, as yes, you can see her, well, going ahead and sitting down and doing her business here. And then after a little bit of time and, well, lots of interaction there by chat saying this is simply cinema, along with ain't no way and remarking how good this tracking is, seeing her potentially flush a toilet and then simply walk away and oh no, oh no, oh no, she did not actually wash her hands. That tweet receiving 65,000 likes after Mimya saying, okay, it's time to address the allegations. Yes, I didn't wash my hands in that clip. I believe you should save soap and water by only washing hands once every 3 times you pee. Of course, you should wash every time after pooping, but piss? If you get piss on your hands, that is a skill issue, I tell you what. This particular nun-VTuber having no shortage of freaky moments, now being temporarily banned from Twitch.tv for the next 7 days, asking, what did I even do? Is it the piss clip? Also seeing this, the official Twitch account on X following Mimya and then unfollowing her as they likely did that by mistake. Mimya further showing us this is the general reason they gave for the ban, that being quote-unquote youth safety, saying that her content had been removed as it quote-unquote includes elements that could put others at risk. Thankfully, one VTuber who does wash their hands is Ava Ananova, your one and only Midwest emo girl. In this more succinct 18-second clip, pulling up the pantsuit and yes, going ahead and flushing that toilet, and then, oh, there she goes. She's actually washing her hands and scrubbing it all at the same time. Very impressive. This VTuber also letting us know that the trackers that are being used here are incredible for the price point and so easy to use, plus the battery life lasts forever. These two VTubers using this 15-point tracking system by ReboCap, this Twitter account based out of Beijing, China, and also Japan all at once. Another user of these trackers is Serena Maiko of V4 Mirai. Showing here in this 22-second clip, the tracking is terrifying yet hilariously accurate from a distance. You can clearly see me open my bedroom door, run down the stairs, and turn into the kitchen. I wish I had the camera following me. ReboCap seeing all these clips and not only giving an introduction of themselves, but also saying, actually, I'm a bit worried this might turn into some kind of peculiar trend in device reviews. It's wonderful that everyone can happily enjoy this process and full of vitality. Various VTubers over the past days trying to get their hands on these trackers and unfortunately finding them to be sold out. That's who is also selling out is Hololive. Ha! That's right, we covered Hololive English yesterday, and now we have part 1 of 2 long reports for Hololive Japan and all their activities over the holidays. Hololive English earlier this morning posting the 3rd pre-sale lottery on-site tickets to Hololive Super Expo 2026 are still open until tomorrow, January 1st. Yeah, they likely meant the 7th, so once again, another day to get into the 3rd advanced lottery. General sales opening on February 1st. Hololive Japan also introducing us to not 1, not 2, but 3 new staff members as announcers, filling in the role for the now departed from the company Notica and earlier departed Achan. All the while, the holidays saw loads and loads of high-profile brand sponsorships going to Hololive. Pizza Hut here teaming up with the Regloss Gen. Regloss also collabing alongside Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola even going so far as to sponsor a fan meetup for this generation, as the Coca-Cola brand would simply inundate the entire company with loads and loads and loads of Coke. Coca-Cola further pushing out this sponsorship to the entire branch of Hololive Japan for their New Year's countdown streams. And Agami Korne here saying, let's have hashtag Coca-Cola this new year and hope 2026 is a great one. Korne also having one of her songs be placed in the new Sonic Racing Crossworlds game. All the while, time flies. It's not been 1, it's not been 2 or 3, it's been 4. Yes, count them, 4 years since Gen 6 of Hololive Japan, Harux, aka Halux, debuted. And presto letting us know both Luna and Laplace have brand new baby if figures. Their bibs featuring handwritten messages. Laplace, of course, being the leader of that 6th gen, at least on paper. And just before the end of the year, sending this request to her viewers, saying it looks like we won't be able to reach our 2025 goal of 1.5 million subscribers. As here she was, just a little under 9,000 subscribers short, but then 8 hours later, happily reporting that milestone had been hit, saying thank you so much and have a happy new year. Laplace on her sub account sharing that she was ringing in the new year with limited monetization on one of her streams, this being a fetish sharing stream, and somehow, some way, the monetization returned. But unsurprisingly, Hosho Marine sharing that one of the streams she was a part of being entirely demonetized, as the most surprising limited monetization came from the Ozora police stream, as not only was Laplace locked up, but also the main police captain, Ozora Subaru herself. Police Cadet Heikos Bells there saying, I have no words. All I can say is, we will do better. Thank you for your support. It had been reported to TVS that for years now, Subaru's debut stream had been privated, and yet now randomly has been reinstated for all to view. Subaru nearly at 2 million subscribers and hosting a grand 2026 New Year's greeting stream. That alongside Hakuna Matata Salome of Nichisanji Japan. These two having numerous VTubers from both agencies, that being both Hololive Japan and Nichisanji Japan, calling in and giving their well wishes alongside sometimes hitting on one another. All the while also ringing in the new year was Aki Rosenthal of Hololive Japan, getting a little bit tipsy on stream here, and also being featured front and center from Cover Corporation, now offering up this new outfit and saying to any brand that they may have the opportunity to put their logos and messages on this new outfit of Aki Rosenthal. This being in the works from both Cover and the talent since 2022 and finally seeing the light of day. Also, as part of the 6th gen of Hololive Japan, we have Takane Rui giving us some of the most exquisite new album artwork here on her 2nd album, but Cover Corporation giving us us a slightly dire update regarding this album, saying we are currently experiencing an issue where some sales figures for this album are not being reflected correctly in the music rankings. We believe there was an error in the system that submits CD shipment data to music ranking chart companies, but we are still investigating the cause. We have completed the process of updating some of the data that was not sent correctly. Streaming and downloadable music is not affected. 1 minute later, to kind of really quote retweeting this and saying to everyone who supported me by buying my album, I have received word that some sales figures are not being properly reflected in the music rankings. I am very surprised and honestly shocked because this was the indicator I set as my goal when making music. I am truly sorry for all the support you have shown me. I will be receiving more detailed information and progress updates from my company in the near future. I have nothing but gratitude for everyone who bought my album. Thank you so much. Cover Corporation less than 3 hours later giving us this update, saying we have now identified the details and will provide further information. This issue was caused by a system error in our company's system, which prevented sales data for CDs sold on our e-commerce site from being sent to music chart companies on the day of shipment. Furthermore, because it took time to recover from the error after detection, the correct figures were not sent to each company and only reflected on some sites later. We recognize that this error is a serious issue that could not only impact the artist's performance figures, but also related promotions. We take this loss of performance seriously and will thoroughly prevent similar incidents from occurring by strengthening our system management system and reviewing our response procedures when an error occurs. Rui replying 6 minutes later, all of this happened so suddenly, my mind went blank and I'm so sorry for worrying everyone. I've spoken with my company and they've shared a process to prevent this from happening again, which I'm happy with. I'll take it easy for a bit and get back to work, so when the time comes, I'll once again express my gratitude to everyone and my desire to continue working hard in the music industry. Thank you all so much for the continued support. If you'd like, please listen to the album and let me know what you think. And speaking of new albums, Kind of Rui will be a part of this new album coming out on April 8th, that being Secret Order, first album from the Gen 6 members, coming complete with a limited edition with limited edition packaging, alongside an acrylic block, dog tags, and a confidential command commencement lyric sheet. First three songs already being released from the album, and Hololive saying be sure to keep the music video on loop. So while the big news was this gen would also be receiving their first mission, that's right, a live concert set on April 29th of 2026. Also turning lots of heads recently were these figurines. Hololive Villain Style is being scheduled for release this weekend on Saturday, January 10th, and for many only available through a lottery featuring Watame, Botan, Bubaki, and Mio. Mio here featured from Hololive Records and a release of her new single, Smoke Signal, saying this song resonates with Mio Ogami's resolve. This in correlation with this Wolf VTuber's 7th anniversary with Hololive, giving us merch like a tapestry, plushie, pinned badge, and random costume keychains. That artwork featuring some belly. And once again, Tokyo Station will be hosting yet another pop-up store for Hololive. It's launching this Friday on January 9th and running until the 22nd, featuring Hololive Gen 0, Hololive Indonesia First Gen, and Hololive English Myth, appearing in special new illustrations holding quote-unquote gratitude bouquets. And further saying, don't miss out on this limited time event. And what is thankfully not looking to be limited time are these Hololive Seasonal Days Winter Rendezvous merchandise lines, including Sora, Matsuri, Neneshi, Miko, and Marine, complete with cases and matching scarves. For long, Hololive teaming up with Amazon for their more affordable apparel. Hololive Gen 5 holding a concert in Hollow Earth back in December and releasing t-shirts on Amazon in conjunction with that concert. This concert even having an entire website launched for it. As mentioned yesterday, the name of this concert turning some heads, including even Takanashi Kiara, surprised that it was called Revision. That being the same title for Ina's upcoming EP that was announced nearly a full month before the concert here from Hololive Japan Gen 5, potentially indicating Hololive is such a big company that the right hand doesn't quite know what the left hand is doing at all times. But now we finally know what Ina's up to. Earlier this morning, teasing us yet again at 4:16 a.m. Eastern, giving us this distorted Ina. That being for her brand new song just released at the time of this recording, Taco Takeover. Mori Calliope also chiming in saying, I wrote the lyrics, do not miss it. Once again, this release also posted to our subreddit, Things VTubers Say. Remember to join today to get the latest VTuber news. And no, we're not done with the onslaught of merch We have here Ayame's birthday, complete with tapestry t-shirt, face cushion, and Poyoyo eyewear stand. It's all available until January 19th. Also available until the 19th is this Hosho Marine, the Captain's Lovely Cheeks merch, also known as the butt merch, complete with a body pillow cover, a Barine plushie keychain, the Chonk Life version, a Captain's Lovely cheek cushion, alongside a very revealing voice keychain featuring 6 original voice recordings. Speaking of recordings, we also have seasonal Christmas Eve for 2 ASMR voice packs now released, alongside these more extensive Christmas voice packs, Miracle for You. 2 of these packs involving Hololive English members, and all episodes being around 10 minutes long. Hololive once again busy during the holidays with concerts. Regloss here with their very first live, that being Flashpoint. The streaming archive available for this up until January 16th. As here, the members revealed their brand new 3D look, all decked out in denim. This even reflected in the concert merchandise, as they were even selling a denim pouch, complete with loads of other merchandise like acrylic stands, and this almost corporate art sticker set. Yuka Araki here sharing some of the other folks that were a part of this live concert, saying our company was in charge of choreography, dance instruction, and dancer casting for Regloss's first live Flashpoint. Thank you so much. As many are now thanking Hololive for adding new regions to their official shop, that launching around Christmas Day. Many of these locations in Southeast Asia. All the while, we're back with yet another major sponsorship. Red Bull once again teaming up with Shishiro Botan, that being for a Street Fighter 6 Fight Night. As also Botan released a brand new single, Boundary. Botan saying this wonderful song blends emotional and electronic sounds. As also rounding out some of the holiday merch, we have the Nyangu Corn merch for Fubuki and Okayu. This merch including acrylic stands and plush mascots, alongside a pouch and photo-style cards. But you can still get jolly with Corne until January 26th. Her Christmas merch still available until then, complete with a Puppet Corne plushie. And as previously reported, we had the Game Awards. Sakura Miko nominated alongside others. Moist Critical taking home that Creator of the Year award. Miko, after tweeting out in Japanese and also English, saying, "Thank you for the nomination. I'm truly honored to have my name called at such a global festival. Don't blame me, I voted for her." Miko also releasing a brand new single entitled Blooming Idol. It's produced by Honeyworks and further featured on Euro News. Sakura Miko working currently as a Tokyo Tourism Ambassador and introducing recommended spots in Tokyo on this broadcast that is sent out to 160 different countries and further regions around the world. That's right, it's Miko on the telly, as celebrating her 2 million subscribers with a brand new outfit and giving us a 3-dimensional reference sheet here. And of course, it's not Hololive if we don't have merchandise. This new roomwear outfit celebration coming alongside a reversible blanket, a matching 35p headband, a very elaborate Huggies Nighty Night plushie, and a favorite 35p mug, which, depending on how you hold it, may or may not puncture your eyeballs as you take a sip. And that is all that we have for this episode. Once again, join our subreddit and our Discord for the latest and greatest VTuber news. If everything goes as planned, we'll be jumping into even more Hololive Japan and further news tomorrow. Now multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch.tv, as we'll have more things VTubers say for you soon.